I would like to start with a causal proposition, that we will try to test during the workshop. If you take this workshop, then you will become a brilliant evaluator. Okay, that's a causal proposition. You might be a little skeptical and ask, how so? So let me try to convince you. Well, first of all, you will discover alternatives to counterfactual thinking. And that is really important when we think about theory-based evaluation and about testing different kinds of theories that might not lend themselves to counterfactual thinking, where you only have one policy to look at, when you only have one set of actors to look at, and when frankly you've had one lunch and you can't really compare who else has not had this lunch and whether the outcome would be the same. I will also propose to you to process trace like Sherlock Holmes. One of the very important tools for assessing impact of policies that don't lend themselves to experimental or quasi-experimental design is process tracing. It is a within case causal analysis method that has been developed a long time ago in policy in political science and has made its way through to the evaluation world. It is a very rigorous case-based method to assess impact and understand the how of change. And so we will go through, in a very practical manner using examples, this kind of technique to analyze causal change. We will review two more techniques that are about cross-case comparison. They are about pattern matching and qualitative comparative analysis. You may have seen these terms in the evaluation literature and be wondering how can you apply that to your own work. And so in our workshop, we will go through these two additional techniques. There will be specific modules with example and practice, so you can come out of this workshop with 3 new tools in your toolkit to assess causal change. Finally, here are my key proposals for you. You will be able to better evaluate complex interventions, those that don't lend themselves to quasi-experiments or experiments. You will be able to assess the impact of policy processes, advocacy, the impact of research. You will know more about how to generalize findings from case studies, a question that is always risen when you use case studies. How do you generalize from that? And you will find complement and alternative approaches to other approaches that have been defined before. So I hope I have convinced you a little bit. You might still be skeptical, and so you will read more in description on the website. And above all, I really hope you join us in November for the final workshop. Thank you, everyone.